Hello, everyone, and welcome to another heavenly broadcast. In today's video, we'll be discussing the story of the Legion of Pigs. In Mark 5, verse 1 to 20, we see an incredible moment where Jesus shows his amazing power over the evil forces by healing a man who's tormented by a legion of demons. This miraculous event not only highlights Jesus' compassion, but also his divine authority. However, the reaction from the townspeople is quite surprising. Instead of celebrating the healing of a man who had suffered for years, they were worried about their material loss, which was the drowning of a herd of pigs. This story serves as a reminder for us to check our priorities. Sometimes we can get too caught up in worldly concerns and miss out on the witnessing of the life-changing work that God does. It prompts us to reflect on our spiritual priorities and think about how often we've overlooked God's miracles because we were focused on temporary things of this world. When Jesus and his disciples arrived in the city of the Gadarenes, they encounter a man possessed by an evil spirit, and he was living among the tombs. He's been chained up in the past to manage his violent behavior, but he always finds a way to break free. Completely isolated from others, he lives a life of torment. As soon as Jesus seen him, he speaks directly to the demons and commands them to leave. The demons identified themselves as legion, indicating that there are many of them. They pled with Jesus to send them into the herd of pigs. So Jesus agreed. And as the demons entered the pig, the whole herd rushed into a lake and drowned. This miracle is remarkable in two fronts. First, Jesus shows his authority over the spiritual realm by driving out the demons. Second, he restores the man to his right mind, freeing him from years of anguish and torment. This change is so profound that he's found sitting calmly, fully clothed, and at peace. This exemplifies Jesus' loving authority, demonstrating that not only that he has the power to heal, but also to restore dignity and peace to those who were once broken. The healing of this man is a beautiful display of Jesus' mercy and power. A person who once lived painfully, screaming, and hurting himself is given a brand new life. Not only does Jesus cast out the demons, but he also brings mental, emotional, and spiritual healing. This serves as a gentle reminder that Jesus cares deeply about our overall well-being, body, mind, and spirit. It reflects God's loving nature, offering grace and healing where there was once nothing but despair. However, the townspeople's response is a bit disheartening. Instead of celebrating the miraculous healing, they focused on the loss of the pigs. When they hear the news and come to see for themselves, they find the healed man sitting peacefully. But instead of joy or gratitude, they're filled with fear. They beg Jesus to leave. This reaction is a little puzzling to me. Why would they turn away someone who just performed a powerful miracle? The answer lies in their misplaced priorities. To them, the loss of the pigs felt more significant than the restoration of a man who had suffered for years. The pigs represented wealth and livelihood, and sadly, they valued that over the man's life. Their focus on worldly concerns blinded them to the beautiful spiritual significance of the miracle they had just witnessed. The story hits home for many of us. We often prioritize our material concerns over the incredible blessings that God has to offer. The townspeople missed the chance to embrace the transformative power of Jesus because they were preoccupied with the earthly loss of their pigs. Similarly, it's easy for us to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of our everyday lives, thinking about our finances, comforts, and our statuses, while overlooking the wonderful work that God is doing around us. The story of the Legion of Pigs serves as a gentle reminder. It encourages us to reflect on our own lives and consider if we've been too focused on earthly materials instead of the spiritual miracles that God is working in us and the world. Often, like the townspeople, do we miss the blessings of God because we're consumed with our temporary concerns? Think about someone who experiences a miraculous healing. They may have been diagnosed with a serious illness, brought through prayer and faith, and then they find themselves healed. But instead of celebrating their restored health and the power of God, they may fixate on the inconvenience that came from their healing, like the medical bills or the adjustments that they had to make to their daily routine. The focus on the temporary loss rather than the miracle itself echoes the response of the townspeople. We have to strive to open our eyes through these amazing things that God is doing and learn to celebrate the miracles no matter what else is happening around us. As we reflect on the miraculous power of Jesus and the response of the people, let this be a reminder for us today. Are we truly embracing the miraculous powers that God placed before us? Are we distracted by the wrong things? It's time to start shifting our focus and seek the healing power of Jesus. We have to celebrate the miracles happening in our lives. Don't wait. Start now. Acknowledging His power and allowing Him to transform your life. Embrace the healing. Embrace the deliverance. And embrace the freedom that is yours through Christ Jesus.